everybody, for today's video, my group and I will try to achieve our Oobleck experiment.
Let me introduce to you our group mates. The one who speaks earlier is Marielle, our group leader. Next is Agatha, our demonstrator. Next is Hannah and Benedict, our presenters. And next is Faith, our scriptwriter. And lastly me, I am Steven, our group editor.
Now that you're acquainted with our group, I would like to give a brief background of our experiment and why is it essential for everyone. What we'll be making is called an Oobleck experiment, whereas it may look unpleasing and underwhelming at first glance, but all it takes is a little bit of cornstarch, a little bit of water, and a desire to get your hands good and dirty. Then, you'll see just how fascinating and wonderful this non-Newtonian fluid is.
With that, let the game begin.
Green light, red light.
Player 324 eliminated.
Ooh, the trigger. Ain't nobody gonna do for you.
For the materials needed, we have 1 cup of water, 1/2 to 2 cups of cornstarch, cup or bowl, food coloring, spatula or spoon, goggles, lab coat, and gloves. Without further ado, let's start with the experiment. First step is to prepare all of the ingredients and equipments. Like the bowl, water, cornstarch, food coloring, and the spatula or spoon. After that, put the water in the bowl as well as the cornstarch. But take note, while you are pouring the cornstarch, stir it so that it will not have lumps or large pieces of cornstarch. Third step, after you pour all the cornstarch into the bowl with water, slowly mix it with your hand and gradually you will reach its state, that is liquid yet solid feeling. After that, play and have fun with it. If you want, share it with your friends, siblings, cousins, and family members.
Oobleck is a mixture of cornstarch which has the chemical equation of C27H48020 and water H2O. Its name originally came from Dr. Seuss' classic story Bartholomew and the Oobleck. It is a non-Newtonian fluid that exhibits the properties of a solid and liquid and defies Newton's law of viscosity. When you run your finger slowly through this mixture, it acts like a liquid, but when a rapid force is applied, it solidifies, bends, and even tears. This is possible because the particles of the cornstarch are so tiny. They are about 1 to 10 microns in size, smaller than the diameter of a human hair. At this size, the particles are susceptible to the influence of temperature and electric charges that develop between them. As a result, cornstarch particles in the water will slightly repel against each other. Therefore, whenever a sudden force is applied to Oobleck, the water is briefly forced out of the mixture and the particles will press against each other, causing the Oobleck to act as a solid. However, when you move the mixture slowly, the grains will repel and act as a fluid. With these characteristics, we can conclude that oobleck is an example of a shear thickening fluid. A dilatant fluid, also referred to as shear thickening fluid, is described as a material that exhibits an elevation in its viscosity whenever there is an increase in stress. And that concludes our experiment today. We hope you had fun and learned a lot. Thanks for watching.